Hey guys, I am doing my December TBR. Today is November 25th. As of right now, the only book I need to finish to complete my phases is The Girl Beneath the Sea by Andrew May. Now, I have finished, technically, I'm supposed to have read to page 138. So I haven't read any of it. Despite having only 3 customers at work, I haven't read any of it. So, I mean, it's gonna happen. I will finish it. I have 5 days. I will finish it. That's it. So I decided, like, a couple of days ago, I was gonna participate in the, alphabet challenge. Now, as of right now, I only need Q, X, and Z. I managed to get Q and X on my TBR. I didn't get Z, but I would like to read Zodiac by Romana Russell. This is, I guess, about, I think it's a sci-fi, and it's about, like, how the Zodiacs are kind of separated by planets, and they were united, but then they weren't, and I think there is someone who's trying to reunite them. There we go. So I do want to try and fit this one in next month as well. Let's get into it. Another book I want to read next month that I didn't get into the TBR is The Highlander's Christmas Bride by Vanessa Kelly. So I would like to. Didn't fit it. It's all good. We will go through this all very quickly. You're the wrong one. I don't need you. The one I need is this one. Okay. So I've decided the easiest way to do that, so I'm only splitting up one video, is I'm going to say, like, phase 1, say what it is, explain it, stop, then do phase 2, and so on and so forth. So, go. This is the intro. Okay, hi guys. For phase 1, I got a Kindle any genre. Now, I kind of stretch this a bit because the book I'm going to read isn't actually on Kindle. It's on an app called Rakuten Kobo, and it is Wrapped in You by Talia Hilbert. It's about, I actually don't know. I want to read more of these. Okay. William Reed is nothing special except for his billion-dollar acting career and his, face. Apparently, it's a good one. Winning Sexiest Man Alive was nice, but this Christmas he has more important goals in mind, like finally winning over his lifelong crush and best friend's twin sister, the super smart and kind of scary Abby Farrell. When a blizzard leaves Will and Abby alone at Grandma Farrell's house, if bunking with 27 pets counts as alone, oh gosh, I thought I had a lot of pets. It's a perfect opportunity to pull off a Christmas miracle. Convincing clever, frosty Abby to give Will a chance will take more than mistletoe, but hiding his lifelong crush on her is no longer an option. Okay, so for phase 2, I got a Kindle nonfiction. And so for that one, I chose a book called Quiet by, it's right here. Quiet by Susan Cain. It's the power of introverts in a world that can't stop talking. So it's about introverts. I'm like 90% introvert, so I thought it would be great. For phase 3, I got my first physical, you can see the pile over here, my first physical book on my TBR, and I chose Big Fantasy, and so I chose The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. I do want to read this. Honestly, I wasn't quite in the mood for the reads. I was kind of wanting these cheesy Christmas romances, but I do want to finish the Miss Corn trilogy, or the first Miss Corn trilogy, because there's a second one, and I think I'm missing like the second book in it. Besides the point, moving on. Okay, so for phase 4, I got Big Sci-Fi, and I chose Gemini. So I recently hauled and read Illuminae, and there's this section of it that had me sobbing, like completely. And so now I must read Gemini. Now I know Gemini follows two different people, so like a different couple. So I will be reading that, and I'm super excited for this video because I know it's where the two couples end up like meeting or interacting together. I'm not entirely sure which way or how it actually goes. It's still mixed media, so this should be quick, I'm hoping. So Illuminae is about these two people, Ezra and Katie. I just finished it, and I'm bad with names, okay? Ezra and Katie, and they had to escape this planet that was attacked. Gemini, I believe, follows a girl named Hannah and a boy named Nick. So I don't know exactly what they're doing, and I don't know if telling you what they're doing, because I read the back, but I don't know if telling you what they're doing would spoil anything for Illuminae, so I won't. Okay, for phase 5, I'm doing this out of order because I haven't even finished picking all the books yet, and I haven't filled an intro, and I haven't done anything basically. But for phase 5, Strider, my little brother, gets to pick a fantasy, and so I'm just giving him 5 fantasies. Otherwise, he'll just go say like read Dracula. I'm like, I don't own Dracula, so I picked 5. The first one being Thorn by Intisar Kanani. I'm definitely butchering it. That's what this book looks like. It's about a princess. She has 2 futures. Between her cruel family and the contempt she faces at court, Princess Alra has always longed to escape the confines of her royal house. She's betrothed to a prince named Kestrin. She goes on a journey to his land. Sorceress robs her of her identity and role as princess. She decides to start a new life, but then she finds out that Kestrin is not what she expected, and he's danger. So that's this one. Then I'm giving him The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, which I don't know much about what this is about, but I know it's really beloved, so I'm kind of hoping he doesn't make this one. Because it's pretty long, so, like, I'm excited for it, but I don't want to. Righteous Fury by Marcus Heights. This is about the Alpha. You're probably tired of hearing about this book, and this, like, world in general. This is one of the series I want to start and complete by the end of 2020, and I haven't even started yet, so that shows you how well this is going. Then I also picked up Blood Witch by Susan Dennard. This is the third book in the Witchlands series. I'm only on I started it, but I'm on chapter 3. So this is what we have left. So this is another one. This one is, I don't really know how to explain it, because first of all, it's the third book in the series. This is in a world where there are witches, right? And you have, like, a specific kind of magic, like, some, like, can use fire, some can use water, some can use air, right? But there are also thread witches, and they can see the threads that connect people, but they can't see their own. There are truth witches who can tell when people are lying, but, like, it's kind of specific, like, if you convince yourself that what you're saying is true. So it, like, shows if people are lying, but it also shows, like, if they're being true to themselves, I guess. And then there are blood witches who can basically, like, find you through your blood, and I think they might be able to control you. I'm not sure. I forgot. And then the last one is The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, which follows a boy named Fitz. He is the bastard son of a prince of the noble Prince Chivalry. He, I think he gets sent to his father, but then his father runs away, so he gets sent to his grandfather, and his grandfather's like, "You're an assassin, boy." Yeah, at first it's sad though. Like, I was kind of expecting a more. I don't think I expected it to be sad. Alright, I'm gonna send this straighter, and I will show you what he says. So Strider's friend, because Strider said his friend said to read Thorn. Though he said Thrawn, so Thorn it is. I'm excited to get this one, and it is one of my newer ones, so. Okay. So it's not large. I'm still trying to figure some out. Like, I need to find a big fantasy that I feel like reading, and I have to random letter generate one. So I had 2 letters, but I can't find anything with those 2 letters. So I'm gonna go have to random generate another. I won't show you the first clip just because, like, I'm doing this all out of order. It's okay. See you guys in a minute. For phase 6, I got a short nonfiction, and so I chose The Theory of Everything by Stephen W. Hawking. This is my shortest nonfiction, coming out at 132 if you include, like, the index. So hopefully it's a short read. Oh, but it's also the special anniversary edition. And it is something I'm interested in. I got this book for a class. It was like one of the extra readings, and then I just didn't do any of it. But the writing's pretty big, and it's something I'm interested in, so. It's talking about the universe, I guess. Yeah. For phase 9, I did short any genre, and I chose A Christmas to Remember by Jenny Hale. I picked up a lot of hers. And this is actually the only short. Well, the theory of everything is short, but I picked up a couple of other short any genres, and this is the only one that's actually technically considered a short book. It's coming out at trying to find the last page, sorry. 245. This is about, which one is this? A girl named Carrie Blake, and she works as a nanny, and she spends a lot of time with other people's families. She's trying to embark on a new career and fix her lonely personal life, but she has to finish one amazing job. A beautiful house, kids are adorable, and she's in charge of decorating the tree. The only problem is her boss, single dad Adam Fletcher, might be both handsome and successful, but he's always working. Doesn't he realize he's missing out on a precious moment with his son and his daughter? When the Adams family arrives for Christmas, Carrie finds perfect allies in her quest to help Adam bond with his children. She doesn't plan on a connection forming between her and Adam, or for his family to start feeling like the home she's always craved. Okay, so this is kind of one of those Hallmarky movies that I'm trying to, like, find the books for. Okay, so I got another nonfiction. Oh, wait. Okay, so for phase 8, I got another nonfiction, but this one had to be over 300 words. And so I chose Is God a Mathematician by Mario Livio. Since, Jesus came to Earth, God, why not? This one comes out, and this one might be cheating a little, because it comes out to 308 if you count the credits. I'm counting it though, because on Goodreads it'll probably count. So, there we go. I think this is talking about, all of the, math and how, God made it. I don't know. It's about math and God. Okay, so for phase 8, over 300 pages nonfiction. That says 5 sheets, but technically phase 8 is 7 of one color. And I should go with the lowest one. The problem is the lowest one was technically another Kindle nonfiction, and I don't have that many Kindle nonfictions. So, also, I was technically supposed, so I changed the number, and I chose 5. The other thing is, if you pay close attention, which I don't know how much you guys actually pay attention to the actual playing of the game, because that might not be the fun part of the video. Honestly, the funnest part of the video for me is after I play the game and after I pick the prompt, going back and then trying to find books that fit the prompts, and also trying to fit in the books I want to read that fit the prompts. Anyway, so technically I didn't finish, I didn't complete the first phase, the first time around. I had to go to second, which means I should read 2 books. However, because I'm most likely going to finish phase 10, or the 10 phases, that means I get to cut any of them in half. So I decided to go ahead and cut that one in half, so I only have to read one. That's all. Now I got to crop all these together. It's gonna be a fun time. For phase 9, it's short any genre, and so I chose The 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bailiff. This one is not technically short. It's, okay. It's 345, so it's about 45 pages too long to be a short book. But it is one of those cutesy, romancy Christmas stories that I'm probably gonna fly through. This one is, when it comes to relationships, 34-year-old Kate Turner is ready to say bah humbug. The sleepy town of Blackford, England isn't exactly brimming with prospects. And anyway, Kate's found fulfillment in her career as a designer and in her delicious side job baking for her old friends Matt's neighborhood cafe. But then her best friend signs her up for a dating agency that promises to help singles find love before the holidays. 23 days until Christmas, 12 dates with 12 different men. The odds must finally be in her favor, right? Yet with each new date more disastrous than the one before, and the whole town keeping tabs on her misadventures, Kate must remind herself that sometimes love, like mistletoe, shows up where it's least expected, and maybe, just maybe, it's been right within her reach all along. I have a prediction already. I think it's going to be her and best friend prediction. C. This kind of reminds me of 10 Blind Dates. I have the audiobook, but that's what it reminds me of. And then okay, I'm at this random letter generator. So we're just gonna spin and see what it gives us. W. Alright, so W. I'm gonna eliminate W. I'm gonna spin it again just in case I don't have a W. J. Okay. Okay, so random letter generator. It had to be a fantasy. I chose 2, W and not WJ. I actually don't have any J's, but I found 2 for W. Warbreaker, and the one I chose, Robert Jordan, Warrior of the Altai. And this one follows. I don't know. Elspeth, a visitor from another world, holds the answer to the first wolf Gar must learn to ask the right questions. I think they're trying to. Oh, the water is drying up, and they're trying to fix it. There we go. Alright, then I got wilds, and I had to do 2 wilds and 2 skips. Okay. So, for the wilds, I chose Aurora Burning, which is a continuation of a series. I also read this one this month, and loved it. So I picked up the sequel, and I'm a little upset that it's a hardcover, but I wasn't gonna wait. And then I also, this one's a bit of a stretch. This one's a bit cheating. Okay, so I chose Happily This Christmas by Susan Mallory. It's a Happily Incorporated series. Okay. I'm counting it. The reason this is cheating is because technically Wilds are continuing a series, and I have never read anything from this series. But I want to read this, okay? Seeing how big this file's getting, and I have two Kindle books. Yeah, I have 2, and you can see the file. And then I got 2 skips. And for that one, I'm using Finding Christmas by Karen Schraler. This one is about this girl named Emmy, and she wants to celebrate Christmas with her boyfriend Grant, but Grant seems to be really busy at work and is not really in the Christmas spirit. And then there's also a guy named Grant, and he's trying to get this novel out. He's not doing well, so he decides to go do some investigating and trying to cheer himself up and get motivated to write. And so he ends up going to this like Christmas town where Amy is also at, trying to like set up all these events that her boyfriend keeps missing. I read it last year, loved it. And then the final book is Poet X. Oh, skips or rereads. And so Poet X. This is to fill front X. And so yeah, it's in verse, so I could probably finish it like right now if I wanted to, but I won't. So that's it. Those are the books on my TBR. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to add one more clip because there's something I need to explain about 5.